I was young when I started Gossip Girl. A lot more people were suddenly around and I was being looked at. If you don't have the right perspective, you could definitely be confused by people being that nice to you.
I don't think I relate to any of my characters. I've played a crack addict from Boston. I've played an Upper East Side princess. I think that that's the safety in that, is that I never play characters that are like me.
To the basement during the premiere of his movie. He literally was not even allowed to be at the premiere of his own movie.
Why is that?
She had convinced everyone that he was this monster, this terrible person, so she could wield all creative control of the movie and end up getting her final cut of the movie, not Justin Baldoni's. And in the end, that's exactly what happened.
Hollywood sweetheart Blake Lively is in serious trouble as more of her co-stars and former colleagues are coming forward to expose her.
If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, the only prostitute here is you.
Is Blake Lively finally collapsing under the weight of her own past? Well, about time. Now, if you ever got the feeling that Blair Waldorf and Serena Woodsen had real tension on screen, congrats, you have eyes. Because as it turns out, that wasn't just acting. Blake and Leighton hate each other's guts. And these resurfaced videos tell you all there is to know. Let's start with the inappropriate joke about Leighton's childhood. This is the moment that's got everyone throwing shade on Blake. Yeah, that. If you didn't catch that, let me sum it up for you. Blake, in her usual "I'm so charming, everyone loves me" voice, makes a joke about how Leighton was born in a cage. Yes, she went there. Now let me tell you why this is insanely out of pocket. Leighton's childhood wasn't exactly sunshine and rainbows. Her mom gave birth to her while serving time in federal prison, and Leighton has spoken about how she overcame a difficult upbringing.
My parents had been part of a very interesting lifestyle, I guess you could say. They were in prison.
Evil Ellen. But Leighton didn't milk any of it for sympathy. Girl just worked hard, built a career, and kept it real.
And a few of them.
She's got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
That was a lot of information about cages, and I'm sorry, I was still thrown off by that stuff.
He was like, wow.
When someone starts being vulnerable like this, the least you can do is respect it. But Blake thought it was best to joke about it. Girl, what? Everyone found her little comment gross. Those are the kind of jokes that make you burn in hell. Considering the fact that Blake pointed at Leighton while saying it and then turned to look right at her immediately afterwards, yeah, it was really about her. Especially given how much Hollywood loves to push the Blake Lively is America's sweetheart narrative. If your idea of humor is making fun of someone's tough childhood, maybe you're not as sweet as everyone thinks, huh? Now, this cruel joke isn't just some isolated incident. Here comes another one. In the same interview, Blake brought up the Gossip Girl set and referred to her co-stars, including Leighton, as pet monkeys.
Another promise was no pet monkey. Yeah. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
Gosh, that silence and that awkward laughter, not to mention the look on Leighton's face. Ugh, hard to swallow. And just in case there was any doubt that Blake was absolutely going out of her way to embarrass Leighton, let's talk about the hair comment. Leighton, a natural blonde who had to dye her hair brown for Gossip Girl, was literally just explaining why her character had to be brunette, and Blake turned it into a personal attack.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
It's giving mean girl energy. This is just the latest in a long list of moments that prove Blake and Leighton's off-screen relationship was hints.
Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Rumors about their bad blood have been floating around for years. While people loved the Blair-Serena friendship, the truth is, as I'm pretty sure you can guess on your own by now, these two weren't exactly having sleepovers after filming. In fact, this New York article confirmed that Blake and Leighton used to avoid each other like the plague. They were not friends. And listen, we've all worked with someone we just tolerated, but when your entire show is built on you being iconic best friends turned bitter enemies, you'd think there'd be at least some off-screen chemistry. Nope, not here. And the bad blood doesn't end there. Blake was over it, but Leighton was a professional. The article also shared that Blake was checked out by the end of Gossip Girl, while Leighton kept it professional. Here's what it said. Joshua Safran, the executive producer of the show, basically confirmed those rumors to Vanity Fair. Blake and Leighton were not friends, he admitted. Blake is very much in the moment. Blake knows what's happening. You talk to Blake on a very contemporary level, and she would be like, I'm doing this thing tonight. Have you been to this restaurant? From his perspective, Leighton was much more removed and very quiet. He said she would wander the stage when she was done filming. Yeah, I'm not convinced the extrovert versus introvert dynamic is all there is to it, but what do I know? Basically, Blake had one foot out the door, ready to be a movie star, while Leighton was just focused on the work. And honestly, that tracks. Because let's be real, Blair Waldorf was Gossip Girl. Leighton carried that show. Meanwhile, Blake just had to show up, flip her hair, and play dress up. And you know that had to sting. Now, I'm not saying Blake hated that Leighton was the real star, but I am saying that if you go back and watch those interviews, it sure looks like she did.
This is wardrobe. This is wardrobe. This was on the return rack. I think it was hers.
Meanie! Now this brings us to the real question. Did this not friends energy turn into Blake actively shading Leighton in public? Based on those resurfaced clips? Yeah, it did. And let's not forget how different their post-Gossip Girl careers have been. While Blake was getting pushed as Hollywood's next it girl, Leighton was out here proving she actually had range, taking on indie films, Broadway, and even music. But despite her talent, she never got the same industry hype. People have always suspected that Blake had something to do with that. Leighton has never publicly called out Blake for her past behavior, but the fact that she hasn't defended her either speaks volumes. Now you might be wondering, why this is blowing up now? Why is this suddenly everywhere? Well, it turns out Blake is already in hot water thanks to her ongoing drama with Justin Baldoni. And when someone's already trending for bad reasons, the internet tends to dig deeper. People are revisiting old interviews, finding questionable moments, and realizing, hey, wait a minute, Blake kind of sucked back in the day.
Guinness cake. Honestly, put cream cheese on a Guinness and I'm there.
People love a good takedown, and Blake is paying for being a bully. Not just to Leighton.
Everybody hates everyone. Everybody's like had tons of plastic surgery and we're actually men and trannies.
But to Justin Baldoni.
And my nose is so big.
I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month.
Anna Kendrick.
I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Kirstie Flay.
Not just the women that have the clothes. I feel like the women get the conversation, but it's like...
Yeah, that's a long list. Of course, karma's after her. Kirstie Flay's interview with Blake actually became the reason the journalist wanted to quit her job. She's interviewed many Hollywood stars, but she pointed out that Blake was especially cold and dismissive. She wasn't just answering questions bluntly, she was actively making it difficult for the interviewer. This moment, combined with all the other resurfaced clips, makes it clear that there's a pattern here. Yeah, Blake's been skating on thin ice for a while, but this, I gotta tell you, her new movie might just be the final nail in the coffin. Another Simple Favor? More like another big flop. The trailer for Another Simple Favor dropped and yikes. Have you ever seen something get so much backlash that a studio has to literally hit the mute button on the audience? Well, that's exactly what happened here. Look at the dislikes on that trailer. Amazon shut down the comments because the hate was so bad. And let's be honest, Amazon never does this, but for Blake, they had to hit the emergency eject button. Unfortunately for her, that same day, Prime Video forgot to turn off the comments on their Instagram, and oh boy, people weren't about to let this one slide. Another shit show. Watch your back, Anna. You should teach a masterclass on how to ruin your career. You ruined this for Anna Kendrick. A simple no, I will not watch. How much of the movie is your cut and edit, Blake? Will you sue the director too? Yeah, clearly this isn't just about the movie. This is way bigger than that. And yes, by that I mean the Justin Baldoni lawsuit. Blake's legal battle with Justin is not looking good for her. He went public with texts, emails, and legal docs that basically paint a very clear picture of what's been happening behind the scenes, and people hate her for it. Justin's lawyer dropped an entire 168-page website filled with Blake and Ryan's messages with Baldoni.
Do you plan to sue Blake Lively?
Absolutely.
You will?
Yes.
Looks like Blake's about to lose big money. At this point, everyone's done with Blake. She's getting canceled from every direction. Her new movie is bombing, her lawsuit with Justin Baldoni is messy, and her past behavior, especially towards Leighton, has people calling her out louder than ever. The sad part is that in the middle of all this drama, the movie Another Simple Favor is getting so much hate. Blake's drama isn't just ruining her own career, it's dragging others down with her. And no one's feeling the heat more than Anna Kendrick.
Right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
The behind-the-scenes drama on Another Simple Favor has gotten so bad that it almost killed the sequel entirely. Honestly, makes sense given how hard Blake can be to work with.
I can also tell you personally, back when I was an intern at Glamour magazine, working under an editor, she said the most difficult person that she has ever worked with and the rudest person that she had ever worked with was Blake Lively.
Given the tension on set, director Paul Feig had to step in, calling the rumors total BS and insisting everything was fine. But let's be real, directors always say that. No one wants their movie to be known for cast drama, even when it's painfully obvious. Because if you've ever watched these two in an interview, you already know. Blake and Anna hate each other. Blake's fake smiles, Anna's please get me out of here expressions. It's the kind of tension you can feel through the screen.
There's a couple people that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah. Blake Lively.
Oh, Anna, letting all your secret beef slip out on air. Word on the street is that Anna almost walked away from the sequel because she couldn't deal with Blake, but the studio wasn't about to lose their lead actress, so if the rumors are true, they had to beg her to stay, and honestly, that's a huge red flag. Do you think Anna sticking around for Another Simple Favor was a mistake? And with Blake's past behavior toward Leighton getting exposed, should Leighton get the apology she deserves, or is it way too late for that? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you're the type to enjoy celebrity drama, hit that subscribe button and make sure you watch this next video, because I know you're gonna love it.